hello. Hello, viewers. Hello, Becky.
Hello. Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
to the Liquor Show. Yet again, here we are. Well, what do you think today's subject's going to be?
I have a feeling it's going to be tequila.
Oh, well done. This is why we hire everyone.
I can read.
Read the back of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So, not just tequila. Don Julio Tequila. My relationship with Don Julio Tequila began 20 or so years ago. I was down old Mexico way.
Mexico?
And I was in Mexico City. They have a square in Mexico City where the mariachi guys hang out and play the mariachi.
Oh, yeah.
We're in a bar. The square is surrounded by bars, and you drink pulque, which is this like disgusting fermented cactus drink that's like the texture of spit.
It's like jelly-like. Yeah, I saw that. And
anyway, we're there drinking pulque and chatting to a mariachi guy at the bar, and we're like, we're in Mexico, old Mexico way. We want to try some tequila. What's the best tequila? The mariachi guy said, Don Julio, which I'd never heard of before. I think, didn't have it then, didn't take his advice. Looked at it at the airport on the way home. Too expensive.
Did you just drink Cuervo the whole time, like everyone else?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, way too much last time I was there.
And, anyway, Don Julio wasn't available in Australia at that time. It didn't come for many, many years, but I did see it about sort of 5-6 years ago. It started to show up. I guess Diageo picked it up. Don Julio is sort of one of the first premium tequila brands. Legend has it, in 1942 it was founded by Don Julio, who dedicated his whole life to incrementally improving his beautiful tequila.
So he's a real guy?
Yeah. Allegedly, according to the marketing material anyway. So about 2-3 years ago now, I purchased, I was thinking, as you see a lot of The Rock and the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Leonardo DiCaprio promoting tequila.
Fancy tequilas,
and I thought, I should try some fancy, nice tequila. And I bought a bottle of Don Julio Reposado. Costs about $100, buckaroos, Australian dollary dues.
It's a pretty penny.
And I had it, so I brought it home to you, and we were like, it's delicious. This shit is amazing. Yeah. It blows my mind. It's so good. Wow, wow.
Yeah, I thought it was the most delicious thing I'd ever had. And, other tequilas evoke sense memories of horror, whereas this one was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really complex, smooth, delicious drink. Lots of sort of, much more in common with a cognac or a whiskey than it is with a Jose Cuervo kind of thing.
Yeah, they're nothing alike.
Anyway, having had the Reposado, we drank that bottle in about 3 days, and then I was like, if that's so good, that's the lowest, well, apart from the clear, that's the lowest of their dark tequilas in the line. Imagine how good the next one up, which is the Añejo, must be. That's about $120. So I got that, and we both had it, and we're like, it's not quite as good as the other one. It's pretty good.
It's still good. It's just, I feel like they were so different. Maybe our memories are a bit iffy.
Anyway, so I stepped it up again, and I bought the 1942, which is not quite the top of the line. So this is about $300, dollary dues. There's one called the Real, I believe, which is about $600, and then there's one that's like the Ultimo Deluxe Reserva or something that's $750.
Why don't we have them?
Well, because what we're trying to test here, we had this one, and again,
not as good.
You turned your nose up. You were like, I don't think it was as good as the Reposado. It's nice, but it's not as good as the Reposado.
I didn't turn my nose up. I'm just commenting on the differences.
Well, we're here to put your famous nose to the test and see if you actually can tell the difference between the two, and if the Reposado is better or worse in this blind...
I will say, I've had hay fever. My nose is not itself, but I'll try.
Tequila shot will knock that right out.
It should.
Yeah. So basically, viewers, either she'll say, well, the 1492 is way better, in which case you have to buy 1492, or she'll say, the Reposado is better, in which case don't waste your money buying high-end tequilas.
Let's go.
So as always, we have letter A and number 2.
I believe B is the traditional.
Please pick whichever you choose.
So which one? So I'm tasting both, and I have to make a decision.
You have to take both, and you have to say which one you like better.
Okay.
And which one you think is which.
All right. Well, I'm starting with A.
Most riveting part of the show, as always, the silent drinking segment.
Yeah. This one's quite good. Pretty smooth. I feel like I need a palate cleanser in between or something, but we'll see.
Well, we've got a little liquor. We don't really have any.
It's probably not a good idea to scull a third option in the middle of
Yeah, I can give you a gin if you want to taste the difference.
No, that's okay. I'll just.
Possibly a vodka.
Well, I like A best because it has a lot more depth of flavor. They're both very smooth. I'd say this one is probably smoother, but that one has better flavor. So that is my decision.
A is smoother.
No,
B is smoother.
but A has better flavor.
Has better flavour.
Yeah, like it's the richer flavour of the two.
Wow. Let's refer to my little notes.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. A. Which is say A is smoother.
No, B is smoother.
B
A
is
has
smoother.
better flavour, and A was my favourite.
Well, viewers, the results are in. You've got to spend your money on the 14 1942. A is the 14 1942. B is the Reposado.
Well, I have expensive tastes, I guess.
I would have thought it would be the other way around. I would have thought that this would have been the smoother,
Yeah, well,
and I would have thought that
it might be because I had them one after the other, but this one just sort of went down better. Like it was just a easier sip. But that one, like the A had the more of the chocolatey notes, I feel. But yeah, it could be just that when you drink one after the other, you don't really know.
but it tastes the same to me. It was not a lot in it, I would say. Probably not 2.5 times worth anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they're both equally good tequilas. I would happily accept either one of them.
Well, you can't really say they're equally good because they're not equal price points. So if you say they're equally good,
Well,
then
they are.
one of them is vastly inferior.
No, the B is not vastly inferior to the A and vice versa. They're both very, very good, excellent tequilas. They're both different tequilas. Like I said, this one has got a lot more depth. This one is a lot smoother. So it just depends what you want to do with it. I mean, I wouldn't put either of them in a margarita, but yeah.
Yeah, otherwise pretty delicious. This one's a nicer bottle.
It is a nicer bottle.
So viewers, as usual, good consumer advice, do or don't waste your money.
Yeah, it's all up to you in this very confusing taste-off.
Yeah. I will say, I had Fortezella, which is another very sort of premium tequila, and I thought it was worse than the Reposado. So, if that's any help. Anyway. Know your liquor.
Indeed.